All right, look, man. So let's talk about the Bayern League. I am not sold on Bayern this season. I'm not sold. Look, I'm the biggest Robin fan. Look, I'm a huge fan. I think Ribery is too old. I still believe in Lewandowski. They're not really using Sanchez that well. They had a pretty dodgy pre-season. So, what are you guys thinking? Can Bayern actually make an impact in the Champions League this season? Are they missing something? Or
I'd say yes. I think they've made some good signings. Sula is a really good centre-back, powerhouse. Rudy is a good midfielder. They've still got obviously Thiago. Oh, Tolisso as well.
Oh yeah, Tolisso. Yeah, Tolisso's good.
So they've still got Thiago. I mean, Ribery looked good in pre-season. Bayern didn't, but Ribery looked good.
Yeah. So even at his age, you still think he can
I think he can still. Yeah, I think if you use him correctly throughout the season, if anyone's going to use him right, it'll be Ancelotti. Ancelotti will know when to use him.
Player.
Yeah, when to use him, and just having him around and having that experience. And he's a winner. Like I was saying to these guys earlier, he plays angry. Like when he's got the ball, he runs at players like he's angry. And you need that. Like other players will see that and think, wow, look at Robert, like Ribery, look how old he is. He's still going for it. Yeah, let's go. You know what I mean? So I think Bayern, obviously they'll win Bundesliga easily. I don't think there's anyone that's going to come close. In terms of the Champions League, I think they're the biggest threat to Real Madrid.
For me, I don't really. For me, I don't actually know who is the biggest threat to Real, because I think Bayern are good, but when I look at that team, I think, you know what it is? I think on paper, when I look at Bayern, I'm like, okay, there's nothing there that really sort of like, okay, because I was disappointed from them last season, but I think when it comes to the match and it's Bayern against Real Madrid, I think because there's so many big game players there, they will give Real a game, as they did last season, where referees, all that kind of stuff.
Are we sleeping on Man City in Europe this season?
I'm not.
Because we haven't involved them in any European conversation. We're talking about a team that look pretty much like if they're one centre back away from being.
If you put that City defence against that Real Madrid attack, or against Lewandowski up against John Stones,
they'll get destroyed.
But would Real Madrid's defence be able to handle Man City's attack? Because it works both ways.
Real Madrid's defence Real Madrid's defence is a lot
more people like Jesus. Both Silvers.
Don't get me wrong.
Like
I'm a
Man
massive
City
fan
won't
of
even get the
City.
ball. That's the thing. Man City won't even be able to. Like you give the ball to Kroos and Modric, you ain't losing it.
They will control the hell of that game.
I've watched Modric for years. He's lost the ball twice.
I kind of get what you're saying, because as much as I said, I still think Real Madrid will win Champions League. Yeah.
Again?
Yeah, they're
Wait,
gonna win.
I don't. Come on, that's stupid. 3 times in a row, man.
It is stupid, but that's why they're gonna do it. But what I'm trying to say is that City will do something in Europe. They won't win it, but they'll put on a show though.
They have to do better than they have.
Yeah, they'll put on a show, because as Drifty was saying, like when you've got Jesus, when you've got Aguero, when you've got Sane, and you've even got flipping Sterling when he actually wants to finish, Kevin De Bruyne, Fernandinho, they got ballers.
Both the
Silva, both of them. Like
they've got
Champions League football is
different.
It's
I get that.
football.
I get that.
But I think with Mendy and with Kyle Walker, they have the weapons now that make Guardiola's tactics work.
Look, man, Kyle Walker is in Champions League.
But you have to look at Bayern's. Like Bayern have been there, they've done that. Like they're used to winning.
That's experience.
I mean,
it's key.
not just. I'm not just talking about Europe. They win every single year. That's what they do.
Yeah.
So it's a different thing. It's a mentality thing. Where these players that Man City have bought, like Kyle Walker's, what's he won? Nothing.
He's not won anything.
Do you know what I mean? Bayern Munich, they're winners. Even the players they brought in this summer. You look at Rudy and Sula. They just come back from the Confederations Cup. They just won that. They're winners. Everyone in the squad
I'm not doubting Bayern's quality. I'm just saying what you were saying. You can't rule out City just even getting to the semis because they've got too many weapons. Yeah, we all know John Stones can't defend, and they are a bit suspect. And Company probably has no hamstrings left, but you can't rule out that midfield and that attack. But I get also the other argument where you're saying they won't get the ball because Isco is too much, Modric and Kroos will control the game. But you got to think, Man City, they got weapons to counter. Yeah. They're just gonna put it this way: if they went up against each other, Man City would counter the hell out of Real Madrid with pace. So it'll be an interesting game to see. That's what I'm saying.
So basically, my issue with Bayern Munich is that, and this is what I've said for a long time, is that, in my view, I don't know whether you guys agree, I say talent-wise overall, Lewandowski is the most talented striker in the world.
I
don't
think
know whether you agree with, but for me, I say
he's right up there. So
I think he's the most ruthless striker.
no, for me, when I'm just thinking about ball control, technical, all aspects he can do with the ball, all around, I don't think there's anybody more talented than him. And I think we've never actually seen that Lewandowski of Dortmund for Bayern Munich. Because if we see that Dortmund Lewandowski for Bayern, I say Bayern beats Real Madrid. If we see the best of Lewandowski, because Real Madrid do not have a Lewandowski who this guy can literally. He scored 4 goals against them when he won.
But the thing is, if they play in a head-to-head, I think Real and Bayern, I still think Real Madrid will control that game simply because of the three midfielders of it. Yeah. But if you're talking about chances being buried, 100%, Lewandowski's way more clinical than Benzema. Like I think Benzema's a very good player. I think Benzema's highly rated, but Lewandowski at his best compared to Benzema at his best, Lewandowski's ahead.
Oh no, yeah, for sure.
You know, one thing I do worry about with Bayern is if Lewandowski goes down with an injury or whatever. They've got no one behind him.
I was about to say that,
yeah. And Muller scored 5 goals last season.
Yeah, he's not a striker, man. He's not a striker.
I do worry about that particular aspect of Bayern Munich.
So let's look at Juventus.
I was just
Are they screwed? Bonucci gone.
Dani Alves gone. They haven't replaced Dani Alves. They had. They signed the
No. That was weird. Though. Like Dani Alves leaving was just after one season.
They just made a very, very good signing in Matuidi.
Yeah.
Very good signing in Matuidi.
It's a good signing. Do you call it a very good signing?
I rate Matuidi highly.
He's good. He's good.
Top player.
I feel like Juventus needed something different from Matuidi though. I feel like they've got a Khedira who can just sit there. And I get Matuidi can also go box to box as well, which is why they got obviously Marquisio. They got Marquisio can do box to box.
Yeah, but after that injury, he's not look the same.
No, true. But I just feel like they needed
like a spectacular,
like
a real. Basically, I think they were looking same thing with Bayern Munich as well. They were both looking at Sanchez. Like if Sanchez goes to either Bayern or Juventus, that's that kind of superstar kind of guy. Like, he's a guy that can that's like the icing on the cake to all of your physical, your rudimentary things. But for me, I think look, AC Milan could be back, man.
Yeah, we have to see, but the thing they signed a whole new team.
Gel in it. Like
can they get that team playing together under a manager who hasn't really done much in the game in Vincenzo Montella?
Yeah.
Like, is he going to be able to get these basic? Because they've signed like 12 players.
Yeah. Look like Chalanoglu.
I like the players that they bought though. Don't get me wrong. The players that they bought are some good players. Players that I'd even say are able to play in the Prem.
Yeah.
It's just that Milan, for whatever reason, just went in there fast. Do you know what I mean? Once the investment money come in, they were just like, we're buying players. We got money. And this is the first time Milan have seen money since the Seedorf days. And they're like, we got peaks to spend. I'm going to buy some.
But it happened.
No. That's Barini. And Barini's actually seeing pitch.
Yeah,
I don't believe it.
Yeah, that bro, I'm not gonna.
What is going on?
It's just how many clubs has that guy played for, man? It's like that guy's like
all
a
of them.
prostitute, man.
He's actually played for all of them. That's the thing.
For Chelsea.
It ain't like he's just been there and like been like, you know what?
And now he's gone to AC Milan.
But you know what? I think he's a good player. You know.
I don't think he's gonna win you any Serie A title.
Yeah, no, he's not at that level. But I do think
he's a squad player.
He's a good player.
No,
I
think Barini's so standard. Like I don't even think he could control a football, bro. He's very standard.
No, I think he's okay. He's much better than the Sunderland. He's a better player.
Yeah.
But going from Sunderland to AC Milan, I think he skipped a few levels there. He needs to go down a couple.
So do you guys think Juventus can make any kind of impact this season in Europe?
Yes.
Yeah, they'll always be.
Yeah.
With no Bonucci or Dani Alves.
I think they've weakened over the summer, massively.
Yeah.
I actually saw something in one of the Italian papers. I think it's the Gazzetta dello Sport. They did a poll. And people actually thought Napoli are the favourites to win the league. Napoli.
No. It could be a very open Serie A this season. I think, like because of Dani Alves and Bonucci leaving, Napoli not really weakening.
Napoli haven't signed anyone, but they haven't lost anyone.
They've not lost anyone, and also AC Milan with all of these players they've bought. I think that's for AC Milan to actually take Bonucci, one of the heart and core of Juventus, to back them. That's a huge move, and those clubs they hate each other. So. I think Serie A is going to be very exciting this season.
Yeah, I think Milan have opened the door to possibly pop
I saw a stat the other day. Martins has got like, what did he get? Like 30-something goals last season?
Yeah, Dries Mertens. Yeah, he had a really good season.
No,
I
crazy.
was very surprised.
As a midfielder.
I knew he was good, but I didn't think he would get that good. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I was
it's
very
crazy.
Do you see his finish in the qualifier the other day? Like that kid's just got confidence just flowing through him.
No,
Like,
it's not. I mean, no, I think Napoli. Like, I remember Napoli once upon a time they had Lavezzi, they had Cavani as well. So you think like if they still had Cavani and Lavezzi, Napoli would be a bloody good team.
Higuain. Like, they've had some really good, good strikers.
So
it's funny because now they don't actually have an out-and-out striker. They play.
Mertens plays false nine.
They
play Callejon, and they play
Callejon.
Insigne.
Yeah, so they've got three attacking players and no
And don't
out-and-out
forget
striker.
bad boy Hamsik, you know. Hamsik is serious.
No, Hamsik,
bro.
he's
serious.
very underrated. He's
Hamsik
very
is serious.
I think Serie A could be one of the most interesting leagues in terms of who's gonna win it.
I think
you can't really just write Roma off just like that. Like
I feel so sorry for Roma, man.
Yeah, so
they always
do I.
get close and then they just lose their best players.
Yeah, I do feel it for them. Man.
No. I think what Syria are missing is like they have good teams, they don't have star players. If you're a big player, young or established, you go to either the Premier League or La Liga.
Yeah.
Those are the two leagues that you go to. Bundesliga, you only really go into Bayern Munich really. Dortmund really just gets like kind of embryos in their team.
The young ones out.
Yeah,
They're a development club, innit?
Yeah, so I think that with Syria, I just think that it's still a case where like it's not like the Syria back in the 90s when like they had the best players. I think now you just have good teams. But let's look at PSG. My argument is that man for man, I believe PSG have the best. Okay, let me ask you this: who has the best 11? If everybody's fit, who has the best 11 in world football?
Real Madrid.
Over PSG.
Yes.
I've never thought about it.
I would go with.
I mean, Real is it's hard to argue against Real.
It'd have to be Real.
You know what? Because
I mean, come on, Neymar, Di Maria, Cavani.
Okay.
Verratti.
Okay, no. You said no.
But you said the 11, yeah?
Yeah.
Look at PSG's goalkeeper. Trapp is suspect.
Yeah.
Right back. Meunier is okay, but I wouldn't put him
I'll take Danny Carvajal all day.
Yeah.
The centre-back
Varane and
Marquinhos
Sergio Ramos versus Thiago Silva and Marquinhos. I personally would take Ramos. It's tight, but
No, Ramos Verratti.
Yeah.
And then the left back, Kazawa versus Marcelo. There's only one winner.
No, forget.
So that in itself, and then when you go forward, it just gets better.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Excuse me. Yeah.
I mean, Real Madrid have got the strongest 11.
So you take Madrid's attack over PSG's attack?
Yes.
Yeah.
You're insulting. I mean,
No, but it's just for me. But Neymar's the one, in my opinion, world-class player that PSG have up front. Ronaldo, come on, is world-class, yeah? Bale is world-class.
Is he world-class now?
You would say Bale's not world-class? Because he's had one dodgy season.
No, but I wouldn't put him in the first 11. That's how good Real Madrid's first 11 is.
See, Isco gets ahead of Bale. Nice. Isco.
But I know, no, I was just saying forwards though, because I was comparing the forwards.
Yeah, he is.
Isco.
Yeah, Isco.
Now.
Isco is world class.
Isco.
You have to put him in.
So you said Isco is a tier 1 elite player?
Yeah.
I think Isco is the second coming of Iniesta. I think he is.
I don't know about that.
How old is Isco?
I don't know about that, bro. That's a big
25?
statement. Don't get me wrong, I'm Isco's biggest fan, yeah, but I don't think there'll ever be another Iniesta.
I think
he's got the same type of skill set, but
I think Isco
what Iniesta done for Barcelona,
he won the World Cup for Spain, Isco, but I think Isco is the closest player to Iniesta.
Yeah, I'll agree with that.
Yeah, probably the closest, but I don't think he'll ever.
There'll never be another Iniesta.
Yeah, in the even like winning trophies. I don't
but
think
he's world class. Iniesta's world
I
class.
think Isco's world class.
Yeah, it has to be Real Madrid. It does because literally every position you're picking is a world class player.
Yeah, no. It's
except the goalie.
Who would you pick over Verratti and Modric?
Cut.
no, to be honest,
Verratti is deep.
No, look, I've been a huge fan of Verratti, but Modric, I'm sorry, man.
He's one of my
Modric
favorites.
is just doing so.
If not my favourite player to watch.
I've got to go for Modric.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, basically, no, for me, okay, let me put it right now. Who do you think is a better central midfield pairing than Modric and Toni Kroos? History of football.
Can I just say one thing about
history
Luka Modric?
of all football?
Yeah.
The last time I saw Luka Modric lose the ball, he was playing for Tottenham. That's how good he is. That's how good he is. He doesn't
History of all football has to be
lose it.
Xavi and Iniesta. That's the best midfield pairing ever that will ever exist. In my
You know what? I'm going to argue that Modric and
No.
Kroos are a better midfield pair.
No,
than
not having it, not hearing it. Cut.
that you've
Not having
got,
a
you've got an
little
argument, but when you look at what Xavi and Iniesta
I
did
think
as a
Did
player
Xavi,
for
did
Spain
Xavi,
and
you know you said
for
Modric
Barcelona.
hasn't lost the ball
Yeah.
since he was at Spurs.
Yeah.
Has Xavi ever lost the ball? Even in training, I don't think Xavi ever lost the ball. Like, seriously,
Yeah.
that guy walked at 1 mile an hour and controlled the game. How is that even possible? How is that even
I'm not gonna
possible?
lie.